But first, we're kicking your 4th of July holiday off with a way to enjoy fireworks day and night. Homemade firework cookies that will get the oohs and ahs at your treat table this year. Even if you've never decorated a cookie or a cupcake before, you can make these successfully. That is the promise of cookie artist Georganne Bell. And you know we're looking at those pictures thinking, no way as a beginner, as a novice, as someone who's never done this before, could I pull that off? You say yes?
I actually say when the first time you make decorated cookies, make these kind of cookies.
Really?
They are the easiest thing to make and you'll walk away feeling like a rock star.
Okay, so it pulls in the color, obviously, the red, white, and blue, but you go way beyond that with the design and also the fun finishes. I am like oohing and ahhing over this glittery, sparkly sprinkle concoction.
Who doesn't love sprinkles?
I mean, right? Bring it on. Okay, where do we start, though? What cookie are we doing?
So we're gonna make these fireworks here.
Okay, this guy?
Yep.
So fun. It's kind of a marbled, almost watercolor looking effect, right?
And that's what makes it fun and easy is that it's all wet on wet together.
Wet on wet, meaning the frosting wet on wet?
Yep, so we don't have to wait for anything to dry. I'll show you.
Okay.
We need 2 consistencies of icing. First, we're going to use a thick icing, and this is the other thing. Sometimes consistency needs to be just right, but with these cookies, good enough is really good enough.
We like good enough around here.
This is thick icing. You can see if I turn it upside down, it's not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
It's thick icing. And this icing is thinner. It's runny, and and the surface will smooth out like that, thin.
Does temperature matter?
You want it at room temperature.
Okay.
Yeah, because eventually it will come to room temperature and get thinner. So I put some thick blue icing in a piping bag.
Okay.
You can use a Ziploc bag and just cut off the corner. You don't need any special supplies for this.
You could use a Ziploc.
Yeah.
All
just
right.
Cut off the corner. So this is probably the only part that's even remotely tricky, and we're just going to outline this cookie here.
Look how easily her wrist just flows. You've had some practice at this, fair to say.
But the thing is like even if it's a little on the wobbly side, it's a firework. Like fireworks aren't perfection. You can do it, I mean, it can be any kind of outline you want. The key is just to put this thick outline there because then we're gonna add some thinner icing to the middle.
So that acts as your fence or your barrier.
Yes, yeah. So I'm gonna take
I've been listening to what you've taught us over the years. Right.
So we're gonna take our night sky
and you're gonna flood the cookie?
Look at that, you know the terms.
I mean, how do I do it? I don't even know.
And then just get that icing down there.
Okay.
I'm gonna come right up near the edge.
And this is the thinner consistency, obviously.
And you can see how it's just smoothing out lightning fast.
How pretty and glossy.
So shiny, right?
This is royal icing, yes? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then once you have that, you're just immediately gonna go into the next step.
How is it so shiny?
It's just what royal icing does.
Royal icing, thank you, royal icing. That's so
we're gonna make some circles. Doesn't need to be perfect. Oh, look, see, not even close to perfect.
I'm seeing fireworks as I would in the sky. Just all over the place, right?
Yeah. And then once we have, I'm gonna add some more color out here.
Look at you, freeform. You're going freeform.
Because then this is the fun part. We're gonna take a toothpick here and just start from the center and draw out toward all of the spikes.
Like your explosion from the center out. Yeah. There it is, it's spider webbing.
So fun. And then I'm gonna draw back in.
Oh my gosh. It's like cookie magic in front of our eyes.
Like that, isn't that so fun?
That's amazing.
And then in the center, I like to, just to finish it up, I'm gonna add just a little bit more.
No, that's amazing. It looks like a mosaic, like a tiled mosaic.
So fun. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, everyone loves to make these kind of cookies.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
And then you can leave it like that, or we can add just a little bit of...
This is what I was dying over. Garrett, you gotta come in on this. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but see the reflective properties? What is this? Why is it so shiny?
Just sprinkles, like edible glitter. There's sugar pearls in there. There's nonpareils.
Like this is catching our studio lights like nothing else. It's so pretty.
And you can buy almost all of these from a grocery store too, just in the baking aisle.
Oh, really? So we're looking for edible glitter?
Yeah. So like in the cake aisle, there's just like the different kinds of sprinkles.
Okay.
And then I just mix them together myself.
They look particularly sparkly, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. So you can find like the silver, the red, and I'm just gonna add these towards the edge.
Okay.
Like where the sparks of the fireworks.
The little pops at the end that fizzle. This is so cool.
You want to try it?
So cool.
I got one all set up for you.
Oh, you did mine. I was going to say, well, you do my edging and then I'll try it. Is this my flood?
Yep, that's it.
Oh, gosh.
So again, we're going to use that thick icing on the outside to put it down. And then with the flood icing, you just want to put a bunch of icing in there.
What am I doing? What am I doing wrong after I got all braggy about my flood icing?
Nothing at all. It's going to flow where it needs to go.
I can talk the talk, but I can't walk the walk. I'm a big fraud, Georganne.
No, it's totally going to flow. This is why you use a thin consistency icing, because it makes it go where it needs to go.
Is that enough? More? What?
Just a little bit more.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to use frosting.
Hold on.
Everyone loves frosting.
Oh, I'm not afraid. Oh, now the challenge is on the table. Here it comes. Here it comes. And it just kind of settles for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're worried about it, you can use a toothpick to kind of move it into the edges. But for the most part, it's going to settle by itself.
Oh my gosh, there it goes.
Okay.
Melding, melding, melding,
Then you
melding.
can put whatever you want. You just turn the bottles upside down and shake them.
Okay.
And then start squeezing out.
While I'm doing my firework art, talk us through a couple of the other cookies you brought, will you?
So here's some other fireworks that I did. It's a very, very similar concept. I outlined it with a thick icing and then flooded it. Then I let it dry before I came and added these little firework lines to it. Which is, these two are probably my favorite fireworks ever. The fun part about this is actually a palm tree cookie cutter that I use to make all these fireworks.
Oh, that's genius.
So you get the shooting part to it.
That's
and
genius.
then these cookies here are super fun because you can see they have the buttons on them. They're edible fondant buttons.
Did you make those?
Yeah, so you just get fondant. Again, they sell it in the grocery store now. And then I got a button mold. You just push it in and pop it out. My kids love helping me make these. Really, they love eating the fondant. But
I'm just going to say, there's a reward at the end of that chore.
Yeah. So all of these are just super, this one, I don't know if you can see the jean pocket one. That one's kind of fun too.
Okay, that's adorable.
So it's just the blue icing, again, the same. And then I took a paintbrush with white food coloring and just did cross hatches across it to make it look.
Okay, can we make it about me for a minute? Because look what I just did.
You did it.
Oh, are you kidding?
It's perfection. Look,
I mean,
you can't even tell.
I got a little excessive with the sprinkles,
Look,
but
you can't even tell who made which one.
well, you kind of can't. No. See, I did go a little gangbuster with the sprinkles, but we all know how I felt about those. So
they are perfect
that's so
for beginners.
Fun. You're right, a
So
great
fun.
beginner. So the palm tree cookie cutter, and what's this one too? This is a great one.
This is the one that I use for the fireworks.
Okay.
You can use anything that has wavy edges. So whether a scalloped or a cloud or or a flower cutter, anything that you want.
You need to make these. If I can do it,
fun.
you can do it. Thank you for
it.
making it possible.
Thank you.
You can look for Georganne's book, The Cookie Companion, where books are sold. We love having you in our kitchen and our studio. You're a bright light. Thank you.